You swallow.
You swallow.
The bidet is too big for the toilet, so there's a space in between the seat and the actual toilet.
Yeah.
And I had an emergency one time, so I was just shitting,
Onto
and
the
then
lawn.
I just freebase pissed, and I wasn't even paying attention. I was pissing for like 3 minutes, and I pissed through that space. So I just
Going
pissed
all
on
on
the
the
floor.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
for like 3
Whoa,
minutes.
like a little boy?
Yeah, like a little boy.
Like a little boy's
I pissed
penis
like a book. It took me back.
pointed up. Welcome back to Tim Butterly's show. The program today is coming to you from John Hines National Wildlife Refuge
We're here.
in, I believe, Tinicum,
Tinycombe, Pennsylvania.
This was Noah's pick for a spot. This is Noah's big day. Funny that Noah picked John Hines. When I was a child, I've told this story before. When I was a child, one of my older Wigger brothers, for whatever reason, had a turtle.
Yeah.
In one of his brief stints of living in the same house as me. And when he left, he took the turtle tank with the turtle in it and just placed it behind like a small deck in the backyard.
Yeah.
Where it stayed for the entire winter.
Oh my god.
And I don't know if I noticed it before the winter, but I definitely saw. I think he might have done it in the winter, because the first time I saw this thing, the water that was in it had frozen solid with the turtle inside of it.
That's good for them. They
No.
hibernate. No, they hibernate in the
Well,
winter.
We didn't have Google.
But they're frozen solid?
Yeah, well, and a lot of times owners, like the tortoise that lives below me in my apartment, lives outside once it gets warm out, but in the winter months they take him, and I think they put him in the refrigerator in a box,
No.
and he goes
Sure.
to sleep.
And
for-
then in the
Well,
summer he comes back like
yeah,
Austin
he just
Powers and
wakes
takes
up.
like a 5-minute piss.
Yeah.
This was not the fridge. This was a frozen block of water, I would say 5 inches deep, with this guy suspended right in the middle of it.
That's insane.
And like I said, no Google at the time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we had dial-up internet yet.
Yeah.
Only library I had was the Catholic school library, which was pretty dismal.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, I'm not going to the fucking library to read, identify a frozen turtle species and see if it's okay. I'm not doing that.
No, thank
Yeah,
you.
and you don't know if you go into like the T's or like the W's, because this is like classic Wigger crime. Where do you find that in the life?
Did your Wigger brother freeze your turtle?
It was a fresh Wigger turtle.
Wigger turtles for dummies.
And so every day I would go out and I would look. And especially, after like the snow melts and everything starts thawing and some stuff stays frozen longer. So it stayed frozen, obviously, after some snow cleared out. And I just went out every day and I looked at this thing and I went, no way.
Yeah.
Is this thing going, if I let this thing thaw out, is he going to come back to life? And I remember the first day that the ice thawed and returned to water. And at this point, I'm not even thinking about my brother. I never think about him.
Of course.
He sucks.
Yeah.
But this turtle I've been fixated on every day, because I'm thinking, if he survived this, I'm going to have a best friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a best friend for the first time in my life, and I cannot. And every day I check to see if this thing was thawing out. And so eventually it thaws. And I go out and I see him flicking around in the water.
No.
And I go, no fucking way. And I go, Mom and Dad, terrible news. I have a pet. This is I don't even think I replaced the tank. I think
Yeah.
I like rinsed out the tank. I kept this turtle in my room. Instantly green water, smells terrible. I have
course.
no idea how to take care of it.
Yeah.
I won't even go in my room because it smells so bad.
Ugh.
It's crazy. And then like every so often I would take the whole tank outside, dump it, and then refill it with hose water.
Uh-huh.
Take him back in. He had like one rock and some gravel, and I just fed him his pellets every day.
Wow.
And
How long did he live?
he probably would have lived forever. Eventually, my mom became so upset with the smell of the turtle tank in my
Of
room
course.
that she brought me down to John Hines Wildlife Refuge. where they have signs everywhere begging you to not
Say,
release turtles
"Please,
here.
It's actually such a big problem
Yeah.
here.
And we walked to the creek shore, or whatever you want to call it. And I released them in, and I cried, and I said, I hope you remember me. Much like we're doing today.
Yeah.
I'm releasing my new turtle best friend into the John Hines Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah. We'll get a shot of me walking out into the muck.
Now, I did not know that it had a mud flat season,
Me neither.
Yeah.
which kind of,
Which they do on purpose.
as I was
Yeah.
walking in, I was thinking,
In
I
Hines-
bet you he's still alive. I wonder if, like...
He
Yeah.
might be. The turtles are kicking around
No,
here.
dude, they drain it every
But
year
they're-
so the birds can come eat everything that
I mean,
lives
it's
in
Hines.
it.
They just tapped the 47.
I mean, there are 9 million turtles here. It's really unbelievable.
And of course, with that being said, please welcome back to the program the one and only heartthrob Rob Cruz.
Rob Cruz.
Hey, everybody.
A
What an honor.
Newsflash, he's hot now.
Completely different guy.
Yeah, you like that? I think I'm scaring people.
Yeah, people don't like it. It's jarring.
I know. Well, the thing I think what's scary about it is it's just so different. I'm not dangerously thin.
Yeah.
Drew's thinner than me.
Yeah.
But he's just been that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like a rickety wigger.
Right.
Yeah.
You are a
Yeah.
substantial boy. You look shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're just a little Jew.
Yeah, I am just a little Jew.
Yeah.
I was taken aback, and I've seen you, every chance I get, but
Yeah.
between the last time I saw you and the live show, when I saw you, I had a strong internal reaction. I don't know about you guys.
No, it's
Yeah.
weird. It's because your face is getting way thinner now.
Yeah.
And that's really scary.
Yeah, it's a lot of my friends are having the same reactions that babies have when their dad shaves their beard.
Yeah, that's what it feels
Yeah.
like.
And it's not necessarily a positive sensation.
No, I get that it's scary.
It's
You know,
scary,
different
for sure.
dude, but it's me.
When I
Yeah.
saw you, it wasn't even like I didn't recognize you. It was like I couldn't. I don't know
It's,
how to describe it.
you were
It
like
didn't make
uncanny.
sense.
Uncanny Bobby Valley.
Yeah.
It almost. I feel like I wasn't even looking at a person.
Yeah.
It was something that changed my perception so quickly that I was like I had to take I was seriously 0.5 seconds of what the fuck.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, he changed himself. He's a completely different person now.
Yes.
Not sure I love that.
Yeah.
Right.
I
That
like
change is
that
scary.
guy.
Bobby's a medium now. Did you know that?
Yeah, this is my first day getting a medium.
Wow, your first medium T-shirt purchase was a Spice Girls shirt.
Yeah.
From Target.
Whoa, from the Pride section.
Yeah, so true.
This is the guys section.
Yeah, right.
The gay guys.
They had the Pride fucking mannequin with whatever the vitiligo. You know the when black guys turn white.
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson disease.
They had Ninja Turtles skin and obese people wearing Spice Girls T-shirts, and it said, we support everybody. And Rob was like, yes, finally, dude.
finally.
people.
All my friends
Yeah,
hate
dude.
me now.
And being a thinner guy.
Do you ever feel selfish for changing?
You
Do you ever feel like you took away the guy that everyone knew, and now you're a different person entirely? You ever think about what that would do to the people around
yeah,
you?
You're
I'm
Robert
actually
now.
super aware of it when I'm talking to people. I try and really prove to them that I'm the same guy
Yeah.
on the inside.
Yeah?
I try and be just as jolly.
You go, let's go get burgers. Just kidding. I'm not even fucking
Yeah,
hungry. I
just
don't
kidding.
even
No.
want to eat
Yeah,
it.
because I think that my cheeks were so big that I had
Yeah.
a more jolly vibe.
100%.
And I think I
Yeah.
come off a little colder now.
For sure. Well,
And I have to make sweeter voice inflections.
You're gonna be talking like a baby soon.
yeah. We did. Dylan pointed out to me the other day, and it's so true that you lost the fat bass in your voice
Yeah, do I sound higher?
a little bit.
Well, yeah, we could adjust it, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just in a
put-
post to him,
Put
please.
the fat back in his voice, Dylan.
Yeah.
Can we scoop the treble on him, please? I'm just playing.
Yeah.
You sound great.
But people don't know I'm lifting weights too.
Whoa.
I'm getting a little swole.
Good. You have to. You can't just take Wegovy and lose weight,
Exactly.
or you'll die.
That's the problem. A lot of these people are just doing that and doing nothing. I'm doing something.
You're doing something.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing nothing.
I know Wegovy adults. I know people my age taking the shot, and you're so happy that they're not fat anymore.
yeah.
But then you see what it does, and it's just like, oh no, it rapidly aged you. Fat kind of might keep you young looking.
Well, how old are they, if you don't mind me asking?
My age and older.
Okay, so I feel like I'm on the threshold where my skin can bounce back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yes.
And you gotta
Like
keep the
I'm not gonna have
workout
the
going.
gobble neck.
You're
and I'm
grabbing.
moisturizing.
You're grabbing
need
your
to.
fat pussy area like Indiana Jones reaching under the door for his hat. This is seriously your last chance to make a change
Yes.
and not have it ruin you. Well, I would rather be fat than be a hanging skin
For
guy.
sure.
Yeah,
You should go to South Korea and get really into like the skincare stuff there.
I know. Well, I'm finally like taking care of myself another way. I'm like really on top of my teeth, and I started a skincare thing,
Yeah.
which isn't even really skincare. I just got like
just
face
wash your
cleanser and I
face?
moisturize. But I'm just like, oh my god.
Whoa, how was
I'm
I
like, this
living
is so
without
much
this?
That is-
like
that
so
is
I'm
a
never
lot
gonna get
of
to
stuff.
bed.
Yeah, that's what it feels because it's before I was just doing body wash to the face, which I heard isn't great.
It's not.
No, but it's definitely, you know,
It's
And
clean.
it's the
I-
straightest thing you could do is destroy your face skin with
Yeah.
ball soap.
And then
Yeah.
I got this new mouthwash where I can't eat or drink anything 30 minutes after I take it, and that feels like a chore.
Well,
You're supposed to do that anyway.
Yeah?
really?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
do you just
that's
spit
why
it
it
When
out?
you
tastes
like
yucky.
brush your teeth and like and do mouthwash and everything, the enamel on your teeth is soft, so it needs to like harden up. You need to like wait like a half hour for it to harden up.
Do
Whoops.
you rinse it out with water afterwards? That's what I
Like
do.
mouthwash?
Yeah.
No, because I like it smelling nice.
I just get worried that I'm going to swallow the bad stuff.
Now,
okay.
I
You
check
can swallow a
the
little
label
bit.
every once in a while to see what you're supposed to do, and then I slowly forget over the course of a year and a half. And then I check again,
Yeah.
and I probably do it right for one day, and then I lose it again.
You can drink a little bit of mouthwash and it won't kill you. But
Yeah.
a little bit of mouthwash a day is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I know addicts are drinking it to keep the shakes away, so
Yeah.
it can't be that bad.
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be something to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I really tried alcohol. My friend gave me vodka in a water bottle, and this was like in middle school, and I drank it, and I called him, and I yelled at him for giving me mouthwash, and then he was with a bunch of people, and they laughed at me.
It hurts when I drink it.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? My whole mouth.
Alcohol really sucks. It's crazy that I can drink it now.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be used to it. Like,
No,
especially
you have
vodka.
to.
Vodka sucks.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to be like sipping vodka.
I like doing it on the rocks now,
That's crazy.
Whoa.
which isn't good.
Why are you doing that?
There's no way that's preference. That's got to be like desperation almost, you know?
Yeah, when I was at my worst with drinking, I would just have vodka neat with Mio. I would like drip the flavor.
You'd Borg it. That's what
Yeah,
the
with,
kids
like,
do.
a
They're making
strawberry.
Borgs. Strawberry vodka.
It still stung a lot, but I
That's
guess
how
it
you,
tasted
like-
a little better.
That's you could dye Easter eggs like that.
Yeah. Your insides were crazy.
Yeah, but now on my Tinder, I just have social drinker.
Nice. You got
Been a
something to
problem.
work toward.
I'm not.
And then
doing
you're at a
great on
bar with a
there.
lady and you go, yeah, can I just get vodka on the rocks?
Yeah.
And then you just swirl it
No,
around.
I do Jameson on the rocks. Ladies respect that.
For sure.
Vodka on the rocks is scary.
Jameson on the rocks is a little random, I would say.
No,
I think
it's
that's a
kind of
man's
like
drink.
refined dirtball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like a fucking absolute loser who understands that there are better things. type of
Yeah.
thing. I would drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Jameson on the rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think I need to change my Tinder bio though.
Wait, okay, that was my next question. Are you in a new world of online dating yet, or are you still in fat world?
So.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Sorry, don't
going?
mind us.
Yeah, so I just started uploading the new pics. I uploaded them yesterday, so we'll see. We'll see where it lands.
Whoa.
But yeah, the only question prompt I answered is 2 truths and a lie. And I don't think the
How does
ladies
that
like
work?
it.
Is it like everyone gets the same? Wait, you have
There's like
to-
different prompts you could choose,
Okay.
and
What were your
I
2
chose the
truths
2
and a
truths
lie?
and a lie, and I said, I have a moderately successful podcast. I used to be a touring musician. I'm black.
I didn't know you were black.
Yeah,
You get it?
and
I'm just kidding.
yeah, I
They
don't know.
don't like it?
I'm not getting many matches.
No.
But maybe the new pics will change it.
Well, that might be too
That's too much if you don't know
aggressively.
me.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'm a sweet guy.
Yeah, because
They're like, this guy's out of his mind.
Now-
remember when Drew's brothers started not liking you? I think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, did you hear that story?
Go. Let me make sure I make a note of my next question, but go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, so they were playing like, I don't know.
They were just playing. They were
Fun
playing like
lake
Fallout
music.
Boy.
Oh, yeah, we were playing
You guys
Fall
were
Out Boy and
vibing
stuff.
playing Fallout Boy at the mountain or at Drew's house in.
That sounds
Yeah.
annoying.
And
Preble.
Drew's brother is like a real, like, I don't know. He's like a New York hick. So I thought he was kind of down for everything. So in between, he's like, yo, dude, put on fucking Megadeth. I was like, sick. And then in between Fall Out Boy, I put on a Hitler speech.
He bumped out on the speakers for
Yeah.
about 30 seconds.
I don't blame you for being you. Say like and say it. And then he was like,
He was like,
Why'd you
"That's
do
not
that?"
it, man." And we were like, Bobby was like, what? It's funny. And
I was like, you don't
What
get
a
that kind of
swing
stuff?
and a miss, man.
he
Yeah.
was like, no, we're all fun here. This is a good joke. And he was like, nah, man. And then they left
They
very
Yeah.
shortly after.
Yo, we don't fuck around with that, dog.
Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
Bobby played it for us in the car on the way up when
And
he
it
was doing
crushed.
music, and it crushed.
I know.
I
You
thought
do
it
it
was going to
there.
crush again.
And all,
yeah.
all the hick wigs are just like, yo, who brought this fascist? Yo, homie, we seriously are not about that. You need to take that somewhere else. You're just like, no, this is a joke. You're like, oh, yeah, sure it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so stuff
But-
like
No, yeah, great joke. That guy's making a lot of great points. We don't want to hear that. Stop playing the AI translated Hitler speeches, dude. That's not funny making me agree with that stuff, man. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
Take him off your
fuck this
podcast.
guy, dude. But yeah, I got to change it.
Okay.
Something
Maybe I
like
got to
that.
say more sweet things.
Well, that's
I just want to kiss you and stuff.
how
I want to kiss your forehead.
I would love to know what works for you because I don't know. How do you? Okay, you have stuff that you should be. All right, you're putting up a billboard in the dating world. Help me understand this,
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Because I'm a fucking guppy in the mud flat. You're putting up a billboard for making yourself look like a suitable, at least sexual partner.
Yeah.
You've got cool stuff about you,
Yeah.
like a moderately successful podcast and
formerly touring musician,
Yeah.
right?
Spice Girls t-shirt.
How do
Spice
you
Girls
put that on the
t-shirt.
billboard without coming off as the biggest jerk off who ever lived?
Maybe it's a picture of me with a guitar shredding with this hand, telling jokes in this hand.
Whoa, no! You've got caution
And then-
tape
and then
over your
eating
mouth
pussy in
and
the middle.
fingers. Yeah. Yeah. Do you
Picture
wear?
of you,
can
sad face, happy face, like drama and comedy, like on your hands, and you're like,
do you?
Yeah.
Do guys on there wear like hot clothes or make themselves look attractive in some way?
I don't know. I could switch my preference to men so we could see.
What if you can only change that once every 6 weeks?
that'd be funny.
That'd be
now
a
sit with
fun
that.
rule.
You got to do like you with the dog. You know.
Yeah, you with the dog I've heard is a good one. I also saw a
Yeah.
guy getting dragged because he posted his Tinder picture was a picture of him holding a big fish that he caught.
The
Yeah.
people were pissed about that?
Ladies,
Well, they thought-
ladies
they
say
said
that
this
they
is
don't
not
like
it.
they don't like the fish pics. They don't like the fish or the hunting pics.
Really? Maybe that's like he had that in the city though, because I feel like where Drew's from, like the ladies love that stuff.
Maybe it's city girls.
Yeah.
This was someone screenshot it and put it on Twitter, so it was everybody. This was
Yeah.
a wide pool, and they unanimously rejected the guy holding. Well, I'm telling you, it was a great fish.
Huge fish.
What did the guy look like?
Kind of a fat dork.
Mm.
So could
So
that
I'm
be
saying,
it?
like,
That-
yeah. I think they were trying. If he was hot and jacked with great bone structure in his face,
Yeah.
I
Then he's
think
a provider.
The opinions would have been 100% different.
Oh yeah.
But because he was a fat dork, it was like lose the fish. Anything he puts up, they're gonna be like, not it, honey. Sorry.
Yeah.
We live in a shallow world.
Are you
need
worried-
like a sick picture of you on like a bicycle or something maybe
Yeah,
to
I
show you're
do.
athletic.
I
But
have
that
that.
was Fat Bobby.
I took a new one.
No, perfect.
Yeah,
You
I'm,
need that.
I'm trying to
That's
replace
good.
all the old things.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do any guys try like niece and nephew? Like, look at me, man. I'm
yeah.
so fucking tender.
I'm a
Good
fun
with
unk.
kids. Yeah, fun unk.
Maybe that's
You should put that in your put fun unk.
Okay. Yeah.
fun.
Say
unk.
brother of a lesbian sister.
Yeah,
I can
proud,
take a picture of-
Proud brother of a lesbian
Yes.
sister.
Yes. I could
That-
take a picture of me with Naeem's kids.
Yeah.
Me and Esau.
Say bit of a
Me
big-
doing
bit of a big
missionary
brother.
work. That's not funny.
Oh, that's really good stuff. But yeah, I think my vibe translates better in person.
Do you hold
I
off?
think you pick up on
you-
who I am more.
You might. Do you hold off on the cool stuff? Do you throw some maybe crowd pleasers out there?
Yeah.
Big dick.
Oh my God.
Sultry eyes.
The eyes gets me in the door, I think.
Yeah. Maybe include if you could get your grandmother to do like a book jacket quote about your beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
My mom?
Either your mother or your grandmother.
My
Yeah. To
Robin
To do like an about the author type thing
has
about your
the
eyes.
sweetest
a blurb.
eyes. A blurb.
Yeah.
Get a blurb from my mom about your eyes, and then you get coffee, and that's when you like really deep dick them on your cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, I asked one lady to get coffee because I feel like the asking for drinks has sexual undertones,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
could be good.
Yeah.
Like coffee.
Good luck
Do you
ever
drink coffee?
feeling that out.
Yeah, I drink coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
don't know.
pegged you as a coffee.
I don't
do
know
you-
how to do this whole thing.
Do you adjust your coffee order when there's a girl around? Do you go? You walk in, they go, "Oh, hi, Bobby." The regular, and you go, just black this time, actually.
You go, yeah, obviously my regular black coffee.
She's holding 4 different flavor syrups and stevia. She goes, Bobby, the regular? You go, just a Americano, actually.
It's a drink named after him called the Bobby. It used to be called the kitchen sink.
It's got bacon
Like
in
a
it.
brunch skillet?
There's bacon sticking out of the top on a toothpick.
On a frap.
No, I actually usually order Hawkeye order. I always go black, like a poet.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's smart, man.
Yeah.
And then you go, you have the half and half and all the sugar and stuff on the side for me? And they go, yes. And you go,
Yes,
thank
yes,
you.
yes, yes,
Just in case.
Yeah.
In case this is yucky, but that's your fault, not mine.
Yeah, and then she gets a pink rainbow milkshake or whatever. And you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, nice, you fucking pig. You drink that shit?
Whoa.
Sweet tooth much?
You know, what are the macros on that? That's insane.
That's got to be crazy dealing with women decisions for a woman you don't care about yet.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
maybe you're like guided by the urge to like romance them, but like before you care about a woman and like, you know, you find out like the television she watches and you're just like, you're a fucking idiot.
You go, whoa, this is the stuff you like?
Whoa, seriously, you consume that shit? Hello, sorry, don't mind us.
Hey. Yeah, well, I was telling, I'm way too quick to the romancing. I actually have to bring it back.
Well, you're Pepe Le Pew?
I am Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, my God.
I could be like.
Are you initiating
because like I
physical
go through like
contact?
pussy
Oh,
droughts.
you're
I was telling like
kissing.
Naima Drew, I'm seeing like pussy mirages. You know what I mean? So, the last time I had sex, I was like making love because it meant so much. Like I swear, like I interlocked our hands.
You're okay, sorry. Don't worry about it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you can just go through it.
I interlocked fingers.
And
with
was
the
she
person
just
I
like,
just met.
did she get the ick? Or was she just like, wow, thank you for the proper...
She was kind of like, thank you.
fuck?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. That's very nice.
But it's too much.
That is, I think, a little
It's
extra.
too much.
You don't give every woman that treatment?
I kind of do.
Okay.
But you can't do that to everybody. You got to save that.
Seriously?
I think you can.
Can you?
What's your
You're a lover boy.
What's your style when you're holding that back? When you're keeping that in the Disney vault?
That's Hitler speeches and stuff like that.
He's fish hooking them from
You scoop dunked them.
I got something for you.
Make with the anal. You like that? You trash? You pig? You poop? You poop man?
This is a comedy podcast.
Oh, you poop out of this thing? That's so disgusting.
I'm crying.
You're crying. Shut up.
It's like
He's
a.
slapping her tit.
Something
The
on
most
them.
vile sex move. When you slap a tit.
It's like a. I treat her like I don't know, like my Bigfoot friend that like I have to like leave. I'm like, I hate you, okay? Get out! Is that what you have to?
Go on, get.
Yeah, go on, get out of here.
You're in her house.
I'll call you sometimes. Tell me you got here.
Fine, I'll call you. We can be friends.
I'll text you eventually, okay?
I'm just gonna ghost you anyway. You don't want this.
But yeah, it's crazy out here, dude. Yeah, but I think I think I have to either meet him at a show or something, or
You gotta woo them.
yeah.
They gotta be pre-wooed.
Now watch out for that.
Yeah.
I've heard of comics being banned from clubs because they're known to hang out way too late after the show and make sure they approach every drunk woman that leaves.
Oh yeah. Well, I would have to like really like click with someone. I don't think I could play the numbers game. Be like, hey, you want to get out of here? Hey, you want to get out of here?
Hey, what's
you wanna
up?
get
What's
outta
your
here?
deal?
Yeah. We would have to actually like talk and stuff.
Hey, let's sex.
Yeah. Hey, you want to sex me?
Hey, make with the sex.
All right. Those people left. I felt weird.
Yeah,
saying
really sorry that I
nasty
kept the
things around them.
conversation going while there
Yeah.
was extremely.
Sorry if you felt me pull back.
The lesbians.
Yep. They probably had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, like when
Then-
you say bad words in front of a baby.
Yeah.
They didn't absorb any of that.
They don't even have object permanence yet. They forgot that we were podcasting because they're looking that way.
No, fear is not inherent, you know? That's taught.
Yeah, do you believe that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think babies can get like shocked and frightened and stuff, but I don't think it's like there are specific things that scare babies. Well, besides
I
like
think you could scare
a
them.
loud
No.
noise, you can like yell and be like ah.
They
yeah, that'll scare a
recognize when
baby.
you're making an aggressive facial. What do you call it?
Like a scary face?
Yeah, when you make a scary
Yeah.
face, they know that.
For sure, but have you seen the video of the babies with the snakes? And the babies are playing with the snakes, and they're not
Snakes
even
can't
scared.
make facial expressions.
Exactly. So as long as something doesn't have a scary face, then you're fine.
Yeah. All right, so you're saying like they have to learn what the consequences of
They can't
playing
even
with a snake before they're
lift
afraid
their
of it.
head up for a
Yeah.
good while. They're not finished when they come out,
For sure.
but it starts to come online as they go.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
How do you
scared of
teach a
snakes,
child
obviously.
fear?
I think you
Babies
just-
are born with 2 fears. It's falling and loud noises.
Ah.
Whoa! I pretend to drop every child I've ever held. Every child I've ever held, I go, "Whoop! Come on, all right."
It's best.
That's the
He's-
one thing
she's
they're
crying.
scared
She wants her
of.
mom.
I don't know what you fucking did to this thing.
She might be hungry or in a diaper or something.
I don't know. It smells
Pissed.
like shit, so you should check that out.
But dude, can't believe you're leaving.
I know.
Oh my god. This is the last one in Philly, right?
I figured it all out.
Yeah.
I got all the stuff sorted out. I wish at one point I would have just like gone into detail about everything. Instead, I've just like avoided talking about any of it, and then it just kind of like comes out very awkwardly during podcasts.
Yeah.
But we got a place. I booked the moving truck. I have everything ready to go. I got the utilities, set up. Got the internet service set up. I did all of the menial tasks. MJ's been handling the finer details of like packing and decisions. And then, tomorrow I start picking up really heavy shit and putting it in the truck. And then, I leave and I start a new life. And I look back in the smoldering crater in my rearview mirror and reflect on all the relationships that have melted down around me. And I see nothing but blue skies ahead.
Yeah.
And, hopefully success would be cool. But
I think it's coming. I believe in you.
yesterday was 20 years since MJ and I first started dating.
Wow.
20 years. I beat our 20th year together by 2 days for getting us out of Philadelphia.
Wow, it took 20 years.
I wish I know. I wish we realized it sooner. I wish that was our first thought was like, yeah, let's blow this popsicle stand. But instead, I tried to do what I thought was like real life, and I learned so much. And now I'm going to hopefully, put it into high gear and like really do a real life.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think all the things are falling into place. You're headlining, you're getting your name out there. I feel like it's gonna really pop for you in a big way, and I'm proud of you, dude.
I haven't thought about comedy in so long.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
You got to deal with all the logistics and shit.
Logistics and my family, and that's it.
Yeah, but
And,
I always thought with you, dude, like you're like I don't know, always someone that was like it's just like a matter of when, I'm not even worried about you, dude. You're gonna be fine.
Well, the one thing I hope is that people pick up on the effort that I'm putting into it. I feel like, I keep saying I feel like I've really taken my foot off the gas lately, and I think that's so insulting to the people that spend their time watching this shit.
Yeah.
Not insulting on purpose, but it's just like, I've been very out of sorts.
Yeah, but I think the episodes have been awesome.
Yeah, I do.
We've been on a
I've
hell of a run.
I've been very happy with the show. So we're doing a bit of state of the show address right now. Been really happy with the show. I genuinely don't know. I don't have it all figured out for after I arrive in my new home, but I think I'm going to have some real fun figuring it out. I'm going to miss Noah dearly, but
You got so many big celebs banging down your door, though. They're all trying to suck you off a little bit.
Hopefully one of these guys is actually gay, and I can really put some jealousy in MJ's heart.
Yeah.
That's what you need, I think.
Are you gonna tempt them?
For sure. Oh, yeah.
How are you gonna do that? What's your
know.
strategy?
The
What
shortest
are you gonna
shorts in the
do?
world.
Tighter
Just
pants.
prancing around
Tighter
Austin.
pants, shorter shorts. Might go leather or something, even just an accessory.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just be like the biggest fucking dick sucker imaginable and like overly laugh at people's jokes and like
Oh, yeah.
make sure everyone knows that I thought it was the funniest.
Mhm.
And
Say, hey, Mr. Tony, you want your penis sucked?
sort of change my behavior to be demanding attention
Of
at all
course.
times.
Yeah.
You need to be a bit of a cowboy.
Yeah, I'll definitely
Take on the Austin culture.
Right. I might try to get involved in local politics.
Yeah.
You just got to keep it weird, man.
Which they're not going to like at first because I'm going to be an outsider.
Right.
They're going to say, this guy just rolled into town and now he thinks he's going to be, comptroller for this borough.
Like, oh, carpetbagger Butterly?
Yeah.
That's what we've been calling him.
I'm exactly what this place needed. This place needed a fucking wake-up call. You guys are asleep at the wheel down here.
You got to go in and kill the most important guy down there. First thing first.
You got to kill the biggest guy.
You got to find Joe Rogan and murder him.
Yeah.
In cold blood. And then you're top dog.
Yes.
He's surrounded by jiu-jitsu black belts and, ex-SEAL Team 6 guys. So that would be a real John Wick.
Yeah, you know what? You just need
Enterprise.
a fucking gun.
I don't know, man. I feel like those guys are pretty comfortable with guns.
Well, you got to snipe from
You got to
afar.
snipe. You
I
can
was
snipe
thinking
Joe
stealth,
Rogan.
maybe.
Or become his friend and then,
Kill him.
yeah.
Ooh, between the ribs.
Damn,
Yeah.
E2 Butterlay.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Yeah. Get on the podcast first.
Yeah, get on the podcast
Oh
first.
my god! If I get on the podcast and I bring a live grenade with me,
Yeah,
and I
you got to be like the
blow up
Joker. You got to be like the
Rogan,
Joker.
Joe
Not
Rogan's
saying I would ever
body
do that.
everywhere.
Just saying that would
What are you
probably
doing,
be
Marty?
the funniest thing ever.
Jamie, clean that up.
Yeah.
ED happens. No need to go on an apology tour about it. Just take care of it with Hims. Hims is changing the game when it comes to men's health care. They provide access to affordable sexual health treatments that you can access from the comfort of your home. They've got a huge range of doctor-trusted options like Viagra, Cialis, chewable tablets, and even generics for up to 95% off. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/TBS. That's HIMS.com/TBS, as in Tim Butterly Show, which is butterfly without the F. The featured products include compounded products, which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Thanks, Hims. And now back to the program. Yeah, he's
a dead man.
I'm assuming I'll have to cross paths with him some point if I'm trying to be employed by his business.
Yeah.
And not anticipating any kind of reaction whatsoever. I think I'm going to get oh, hey, man.
Yeah.
All right, it was nice meeting you. You know what I mean? And
I think Tony will pull for you. Just wear
For
that
yeah.
leather belt.
Joe, do you want to see the funniest
you don't want someone going
in
too
town?
hard for you. You really don't want to see someone going too hard. Yeah, exactly. You want to meet the funniest motherfucker of all time, and it's just like.
And then you just have to go,
And
hey.
I'm just talking about Xbox Live and children on stage, and everyone's just like, "What the fuck was that? What was it? Was there a point to the gaming chair
funniest
bit?"
man alive. And
Yeah.
then you're just like, yeah, so schools are basically just turning all the kids trans is the thing. That's what everyone
Whoa.
needs
You
to
might love
learn.
that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Go
then
up.
my picture's on the wall. But they seriously are. Well, I mean, that wave kind of crashed. They're not doing it anymore, but they tried.
They tried.
Not in Austin schools, probably.
I bet
oh my
definitely
God.
in Austin schools.
Good luck, man. It's fucking 63% Mexican in every school.
Yeah.
Good luck transing the Mexicans. Yeah, right.
I mean, those would be the most hardworking trans.
Oh
dude.
my God.
I would, if I had a farm, I would want it to be all trans Mexicans.
All trans.
Too busy to kill myself.
That would be so nice.
But they see the kind of bagged lunches that traditional gender roles get you, and they're not going to fuck with that, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
You start getting pride tamales on the job site.
Oh
Just
my
like
God.
Everyone's pissed.
Rainbow masa, not on
Yeah.
my watch, dude.
No, thank you, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, are
Mexican
you ready
lunches
for
are always
the
the
culinary
best.
shift?
Yeah, for sure.
There's not going to be good pizza, I don't think.
I mean,
there's probably fine pizza.
Yeah.
I got to be
There's
honest,
good
man.
Mexican, though.
I've been eating
Yeah.
like a I don't know, a hospital patient lately. I've lost my taste for good food. I've just been eating like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then drinking like a protein shake every day.
Yeah.
And when I come back online, when I de-stress, I think maybe I'll get a little bit of a zest for cuisine again.
You
But-
got to start mukbanging, I think, when you get to
Mhm.
Texas.
Yeah,
You got to
What kind of,
mukbang.
Well, you got to become
what's
the
my
king
angle?
of content.
I know I got to do man on the street.
Say, my
or
name is Tim,
mukbang.
and I want to be the fattest man alive, and then that's your thing.
Okay.
That's nice.
I can work with that.
Yeah, I think
You
that'd
just
be
want
cool.
me to be fatter than you.
No, it's like
I heard there's a
Oldest trick in the book.
No.
Yeah, let's get fat. Noah says. It's like, come on.
no.
I'm not
people
following
give me
that.
let's
guff.
not get fat. You should get.
I was
fat.
born at night, but not last night.
You should get fat. I think that, but then you'd be a big Texas hoss, and I think that'd be a great look for you.
That'd be great.
I've been telling you should get fat again.
Yeah, but when you had your weight loss, did people treat you different?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're going through. Where you see people and they go, "I didn't even know that was you."
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I'm the guy on the inside is what really counts.
Exactly.
Can we not? Can we
Go,
just not
I'm
do this?
still
Yeah,
a fat fuck
people
inside.
think
First time you hear it, you go, yes.
Yeah.
Sixth and seventh time you hear it, you go, yeah, man. And then 10, 11, you're just like, dude, I've been getting this all the time.
Yeah, I just wanna be
I
fucking
know. I'm
fat
sorry.
again.
Yeah. And people think you're gonna be like a cocky fuck,
Yep.
but I'm still insecure. It didn't really change that much. It's easier to get around.
Yeah.
It added to my penis, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm so
That's
happy
nice.
for that.
Yeah, that's phenomenal stuff.
They say losing, 25, 50 pounds gives you
Is it like
back
an inch
2
or
inches of
something?
length. Oh, you're good. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you
Hello.
just passed through.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're good.
Don't
Whatever you wanna
worry,
do.
either way. Yeah, old Rob plus 2 inches.
Share the penis news.
She said, "Wait, Rob Cruz?" You go, not a black
yeah,
guy. I
I've
knew
lost,
it.
60.
Whoa, so
Whoa.
you're like 2 and maybe an eighth of
Yeah.
a
I started taking pictures of it.
Whoa, Bobby.
I have it in my hidden folder. It makes me feel nice.
That's crazy.
Do you ever pull them
Maybe
up?
I have
What?
changed.
Just to look at it and be like,
Yeah,
all
you ever
right.
look at them?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's on a long flight and he has no Wi-Fi and he's like, might as well look at the penis. You're with Naeem on a flight and you go, yo, check this out. This is my penis yesterday.
You photographing it hard or soft? Both?
You gotta go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta go hard, dude.
That's insane.
Are you pressing down on the whatever's left?
Are you choking
No.
it?
No, press it
you're
down,
letting
dude.
it. No hands.
Full hand.
Okay.
I'm holding her up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your
Now,
dick's a
Penis
girl.
is she.
how many fingers
She's
on the
shining.
gal? How many fingers are you holding it up with? Or are you going full?
I'm
You got a
fisting
full
it.
The
fist.
whole
in.
fist.
You got to
Yeah.
full fist it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You got enough
things are
coming
looking
out.
up.
You got enough coming out after your first knuckle that you're comfortable with full fisting in the pic.
It's a hey, how
This is
you
gonna
doing?
make me unlikable. This is gonna make me unlikable.
Are you two fisting it, Bobby? Are you setting a timer and two fisting?
I did it against my phone. Is this crazy?
I mean, it's pretty funny.
Okay.
Are you putting it between your knees and getting an upshot?
You're
you're photographing it from
where
below?
I know where it stands in relation to my phone.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if this is gross content.
No, this is great.
So here's
Wait, are
my
you about to
phone.
show us?
It goes like right there past the phone. That's exactly what you're getting.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's an American penis.
Finally, dude. It got its fucking white card.
And who knows if I lose 60 more?
So you're holding the phone from here down?
Right at the base.
You're holding
Right,
it-
You're going
I
from
put
the
it
base
right,
up?
I put it.
You're
right,
doing movie
I put it
magic.
right in front of my penis just to see
You're doing movie
if my
magic.
my penis
Now,
was a
have you
phone.
been looking at the supermarket for any like smaller defective bananas to put in the background for scale and make it look even bigger? Or like a slightly smaller than scale $1 bill to put on the nightstand.
I'm gonna get, I'm
You're
gonna get
using
like
silver dollars. It's about $4 silver, and those are big.
The
so
Sacagaweas.
the commemorative
ball
gold.
Sacagaweas. No, I'll get like a baby-sized Air Force One. Put it next to that.
Sorry, I had to get my new kicks in there.
Isn't a Roku remote?
Just kick my shoes off after a long day.
My feet are huge, by the way.
You're size 14s.
But yeah, dude. I do feel a little better just walking around, you know.
It's nice.
But it doesn't change everything.
Going upstairs
that's on the
gets
inside.
easier. That's the biggest thing I noticed is getting upstairs was so much
Well,
easier.
for Bobby, that's going downstairs. He lives in the basement.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
But when you
Basically an apartment.
emerge every once in a while.
it's basically an apartment. It has a bathroom in there. I just have to leave for food.
Yeah, for sure.
Not for drink though. I just piss in my mouth.
I mean, I've been making an effort to not walk old up the stairs in front of my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want them to see me going, ugh.
You got to start bear crawling up.
I'll go there after I can't do 2 at a time anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
When I become like an old, like all my hair is gray, I'm gonna go.
I
For
think
now,
that's the move.
For now, I try to bound 2 stairs at a time, and I try to get my back foot off the lower step before my second foot
For
lands.
Textbook.
just because I don't want them to see me that way.
Of course.
If I get off the couch and my back is stiff and I'm like walking through the living room, it's a tough look.
Do you feel yourself getting old?
My whole body hurts. I'm really out of shape. I've lost 10 bad pounds in the last month.
10 bad pounds?
10
All
bad
the muscles
pounds.
What do you
gone.
mean?
I'm
Oh.
like weak. I'm having muscle spasms. I'm declining physically.
Well, you got to start lifting when you get to Austin.
I need to just,
I'm
like,
thinking
drink
about
some
push-ups
water.
in the driveway. I was talking to Mike about this. I might go bench in the driveway.
Oh, like T.O.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Remember when T.O.
nice.
did
Yeah, I was
that?
thinking about that. Definitely rope. Definitely skipping rope in the driveway.
Yeah.
Get some tunes cranking.
You gotta let everyone think that you're like Rocky.
Yeah, fingerless gloves, obviously, for lifting.
Of course.
Never used them before in my life, but I'm definitely going to do it in the driveway.
Well, I like lifting way more than cardio. I don't even do cardio anymore.
I think they're pretty close to proving cardio is not real anyway.
Yeah. Well, you only do that to like burn calories, but just eat less. I just get so bored
Look,
doing
man,
cardio.
These are the easiest conversations in the entire world. It's like math, and people are still somehow just like they get really tripped up about it. They're even going to be mad that we've even expressed these simple notions.
Yeah.
And
And granted, I the
You got the
Yeah,
hot shot to make
yeah,
you
yeah.
eat
I'm
less.
so it's easy for me to say, of course, but you know, the thing is now my algorithm is all like fitness stuff, and they really try and like confuse you with all like the latest research and all that stuff.
I'm going to show you 5 ways to accelerate systemic fat loss, and it's just like, shut the fuck up, dude.
And it makes people give up, to be honest, because it's just like confusing. It makes it seem way more difficult than it is. You can lose weight eating cupcakes. It's just calories in, calories out. That's all it is.
So,
For sure.
yeah, absolutely. But I will say, as someone
You
who-
shouldn't do that, but you can.
Of course. MJ's obese boss at the tax office she worked at 100 years ago went on a cookie diet.
Yeah?
He tried everything. He was a big fat fuck. He went on a cookie diet, and he couldn't even stick to it.
Really?
Yeah, he failed
eat
at
just
the
cookies?
cookie diet. Now, I'm sure they're
Well,
pretty
it's almost
fucking
harder
gross.
because you're like eating so much less.
And they give you, they're like, you can eat 5 cookies, and that's
Yeah,
all you can eat all
They're
day.
delivering you these like meal and a cookie type things.
Yeah.
And I think very quickly it was just they were just stacking up in his office because he wasn't touching them anymore.
For sure.
And he just
Yeah.
stayed a big fat fuck.
Damn.
And started going to a strip club for lunch every day and fell in love with a stripper and got her an apartment.
That's
and
awesome.
The night after she moved in, she took everything that he furnished it with, all the appliances, all the TVs and shit, and bailed, and he never saw her again.
Oh, that's brutal. Bobby and I saw an old guy going into the Purple Orchid strip club as we were driving over here
Yeah.
today.
By the bridge.
Mhm.
Yeah, like on Passyunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
Saw-
ugliest part of the city.
Yeah, it's we were driving through, and Bobby was like, I've never been here.
No.
Yeah, I was like, this
it's
shit sucks.
bad.
It's awful.
It's not even like it's like the hood or anything. It's just ugly.
There's nothing going on. It
It's
sucks.
like industrial, and then there's this, by the way.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
like
it's kind of an oasis.
it's industrial and like highway interchanges, and then a windowless strip club right off the side
Did
of
you
the,
see-
a
did you-
major road.
Did you see on the corner of 84th and Lindbergh there was a truck with a bunch of black guys, and they were selling and eating watermelons?
Oh
Yeah.
I saw the watermelon stand.
the Philly Welcoming Committee.
Yeah.
They were on break when I got there.
They were munching the watermelons.
They
Yeah.
must have been pretty full of fruit and needed a nap because they left the stand unmanned. It was in the middle of the.
It's
like,
everywhere. There's watermelons
cross-
all over the place.
In the crosswalk.
Yeah.
Between the two opposing traffic lanes, just a stack of crates and a giant 2 watermelons. One of them kind of well sliced.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
They were
slices
red as
were
hell.
nice. Yeah, they looked delicious.
Bunch of fruit ninjas.
We were stuck at that light for like 10 minutes, and we were just watching these
Yeah, I
guys
burned
house watermelons.
What'd you do?
I burnt that light.
Oh, sweet.
You,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
told
yeah.
me that the traffic light was broken, so
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
ignored it and I just went through it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, I mean that might be performance art. There's
saw that and I
no
just
way
went,
that business is
That's
booming.
2 on the nose.
Yeah, that's
it's
bait.
ridiculous.
Yeah. That's what would you do? That's John Quinones is in that van.
I mean, that'd be so funny if they just had cameras at the intersection set up and they were just filming people laughing in their cars all day.
They literally saw me go.
Yeah, we're kind of like, can you believe this?
Yeah, we're just like that. No. and they were munching.
What in the world?
And it looked like they were really enjoying it, and I wish I had some of the watermelon.
I mean, I love watermelon.
It's one of the best fruits.
This is how every black food conversation goes. And
Yeah.
it's just like, it's great
It
food.
is good.
I
all
get
love
why
it.
they like
We
it.
all love
I don't
it.
even know why it's a bad thing to say. Yeah, we know, dude. It's great. It'd be different if they were only eating like fucking goose dick or whatever.
Yeah.
They're eating the most delicious food in the
For
world.
sure.
And they're getting made
Don't they
fun
like
of for it.
fucking something ass?
Everybody likes a little bit of weird stuff. There's
Yeah.
weird. Everyone's got weird. Every color has weird cuisine. You know. I don't know what half of the shit actually. I don't know what the fucking chitlin is. I would probably enjoy it. I'm
It's
just
like
saying.
innards.
For all of the groups, they get made fun of the most for the best food.
Yeah.
We are not making fun of. Let's see. We're catching up to the Indian hand soda guys. They're really taking a beating online.
Yeah, but they've been getting, Indians have been getting the brunt, I would say, for the last like 3 years.
Yeah.
I hope they're not like. I hope they don't have like the technology to absorb all the racism they're getting, like a solar panel, and charge up like a battery because
Who,
they have
the
a
Indians?
nuke on their hands. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
that's
It's worldwide.
I think they're in the "there's no such thing as bad press" era.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
At least
you
they're
ha-
talking about us. You know, we're in the conversation.
You have like a white people going to India and like recording it and eating it and being like, "What the fuck is this?"
There was the guy that went. That might have been South America. He drank water from a street vendor and had to go to the hospital.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But
Yeah, I think guys are getting fucked up
That
out
is
there
disgusting.
every single day.
that is
in
disgusting.
India or South America.
Both.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear? Bill Gates is leaving his $200 billion fortune just to the continent of Africa.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Why? Because he sterilized them all and gave them all fucking polio. And he felt this was the only right thing to do.
I think he was saying we're not done.
So he said, "When I'm gone, we're gonna keep
yeah,
cooking.
we're gonna
there."
finish it off, dude.
That's crazy. There's not going to be any Africans left.
I mean,
he's doing. I bet Bill Gates. Now this is. Tell me if this sticks at all.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I think that Bill Gates is in the pockets of the Chinese,
Okay.
and he is flushing Africa out of Africans, and then the Chinese are coming in there. They're building the roads. They're building the infrastructure. That's going to be China 2.0. Because at one point there's going to be World War III. Either us or somebody else is going to drop a bunch of nukes on China. They're not even going to be there though. They're going to be in Africa.
Africa's China's Mars.
Yes. Africa is China's Mars. I think that's the best way to put it.
That's a good plan.
I've never heard
It's
it
gonna be
being
harder.
said so concise.
It's gonna be harder to terraform than actual Mars.
Yeah.
Just go to Mars, man. It's not gonna work. There's no one on Mars taking every piece of like machinery and equipment and like breaking it down to sell to buy,
Children.
bat wings for a village of people. You know what I mean? There's no one stealing the entire like gravel supply for a road construction project and then just like losing it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's gone.
But if I was China, though, I wouldn't want to set up shop in the fucking big dick land.
Well, that's why that's why they have Bill Gates clearing them out.
I don't
Oh,
think.
I
Okay,
see.
I think you're onto something, but I don't think he's clearing them out. I think he's doing like the whole, vaccine and modern society setup to make them docile work slaves.
Do you think?
For the Chinese? Yeah, the Chinese are over there brutalizing these guys in like resource mines.
For sure.
They're playing StarCraft.
Yeah, 100%.
In Africa, and they've got all the mines set up, and they might start. They'll be the first people to build a modern civilization on the continent. If I'm pulling for China just to see it happen, obviously you don't want it to go to a competitor, but like you want to see greatness. You want to see guys finally, pave something. But I heard Nigeria rocks.
Nigeria seems awesome.
I'm
Lagos.
I'm sure there's good parts.
I'd love to go there. I would peep around Ethiopia.
South Africa,
Lesotho.
there's probably some fun parts.
South Africa seems
like
like
Diane.
a
South
godforsaken
Africa cannot go.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Diane cool.
Diane
Or
is
no,
cool.
they're not cool anymore, right?
They're, I guess, fine. They finally started realizing that he was saying the N-word the whole time.
Right.
And I don't know. South Africa seems like not the move.
For now, It's
Guys
just-
are
they're figuring some
getting
stuff out.
murdered and left on the street
In my
all
expert
over
opinion,
the place.
they're figuring some stuff out in South Africa. I think we let them just like work that shit out, and then we can build a Dave and Buster's there, and everyone will be chill.
For sure.
But for now, it's just like stay out.
Can we see the White House's video of South Africa, like the AI video, like what they did to Gaza?
Did they make one?
Remember the AI video where they were like, "This is what Donald
Right,
Trump wants
McDonald's
Gaza to
and
look
shit
like."
like that.
Yes, I want them to do that with South Africa.
I'm pretty sure it's like a real place already. I don't think it's like
If there's cities and stuff, sure.
right.
But I think it's like there's.
But I think
it's
they're just like really
not-
tripped up on some old shit.
Oh yeah, like
And-
there's a lot of racism stuff.
And it's
I
like,
think there's
get
a lot
in line,
of the
you know?
mine stuff is still big over there. There's still mining and like debtors and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
They're chopping off hands.
That is all to say. Like, yeah, I just hope they both parties.
I
It's
hope they-
it's two groups of people, right?
It's like
There's
3.
not like 30 groups of people.
There's
It's
like
just two groups.
There's
of
like
people.
British
Yeah.
South Africans, then there's like the actual Africans, then there's like the Afrikaans, which are like the the Dutch that came down there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you make everybody happy, man. That's not my business. That's
I
above
don't
my
think you
fucking
can.
pay grade.
You just
man.
can't.
I can't even make myself happy. You want me to prescribe a fix to the rest of the world?
I mean, if guys
You want me to
should-
go on Twitter and retweet stuff and act like I knew about all that stuff before I even saw a tweet about it, and then like give a serious like opinion about it, and then like motherfuck people that disagree with it? Not gonna be me, man.
I would love if people just let me make all the decisions. I wish I
think
woke
you can
up
do
in
it.
the morning.
I wish
and got
everyone
an
was-
email.
You look like a citizen of the world.
Yeah, I would love to wake up to a
You
stack of
kinda represent
emails every
everyone.
day, and they say this is going on in this place of the world. What should we do? No, and I say, oh, easy. Hey, do this.
You ever get frustrated with like how everyone's dumb and that's why like shit's fucked up?
Yeah,
I can't stand that.
that's the worst.
I can't stand how it's just like if everyone wasn't
Everyone
so
had
fucking stupid,
my
man.
goddamn values and morals. This would be a
Which
much
I can't
better
even
place.
define because they change so rapidly. I
Yeah.
see a new commercial and my entire personality changes.
Yeah.
It's like if you can't keep up with that, and I'm barely even trying, man. If you can't keep up with that, you're just a fucking idiot and you're in the way of progress.
All I know
So
is, hey,
true.
just stop. Don't throw trash on the street. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's a start.
That's a start.
You
And
could
from
kinda
there
just
we
spread
build
that
up.
to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you found a whimsical way to say don't pollute and you take it to every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
There's
And
probably a Dune quote about
and no
this.
poo-poo in the street either, dude.
Yeah.
No
I don't
pooping
like
in the
that.
street. That's covered under Rule 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's stop polluting the streets.
That's 1A.
Stop pooping everywhere, right? And
Yeah.
everywhere has a capital E.
Yeah.
So it kind of implies
Like,
more
don't
than
poop
just
in your
like
heart.
physical. Yeah.
Right.
Get the poop out of your heart.
Curb your
Yeah.
heart, please. That's what I think we should do. Everyone would be smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
I've
be
been,
like
I tried to be smart recently, and I'm just done with it.
Yeah, you're off being
Yeah, I was
smart.
trying to like read the news and keep up with things and learn new words. I had like a whole word folder,
Yeah.
and
Of
I
new
used
words that you learned?
taciturn in a sentence, and I was like,
Taciturn.
yeah,
What's that mean?
it means like few words, made a few words, basically, soft-spoken kind of.
Oh, like stoic?
Yeah, and no one wants to hear that, you know.
No.
Damn, a three-syllable word to tell people you're a man of few words is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Man,
I
a
guess
few
it's
words
a
is just
taciturn way
4.
of saying that. though.
That's your
it's one word.
Taciturn.
A man of few words, taciturn.
Taciturn. Syllables.
Yeah, taciturn.
I was
right?
counting the
That's
words.
Well, we're counting
Not the
syllables. It's
syllables.
about syllables, not
Man
words.
of-
A
few
man of
words.
few words. So the taciturn. So two
You've only
less
taken
syllables.
2 syllables off of a perfect, a sentence that cannot be more simplified.
Yeah, or
You've
just
taken
hit him
2
with
off to hit him with a word that then you have to explain. Now you're a man of way more words than you needed to be.
You got to
So
just
true.
quiet coyote. That's all you got to do.
Oh yeah.
Quiet coyote.
I love the teacher. I'll wait.
Yeah.
That actually always worked on
You
me.
just got to turn the lights off of your life and then don't turn them on again until you're relaxed.
Yeah.
Or start counting down from 3. 3, 2, and then you say crisscross applesauce.
Yep.
Okay, and now we can resume the conversation.
I'm so hyped. I'm not in school anymore. Dude.
where was the brick wall that you hit when you tried being smart? Was it just taciturn?
But I really had to like keep going back to the stuff because I don't read something once and retain it. Like it had to be like a constant effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
That makes sense.
Like I had to keep going into my words folder and like rereading stuff, and I was like, I'm sick of it, dude.
How many
I just want to live,
How many tries does it take you to get through the first couple paragraphs when you sit down to read a book?
dude. It takes me a long time.
I got to go back. I forgot to absorb any of that.
Yeah, and I'm reading the words, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go, I'm happy that I recognize every word here. I haven't had to look anything up. Everything's looking good. I'm kind of distracted by the rest of my personal life.
Yeah.
I got some shit I probably should be figuring out right now. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, that was a page and a half. I got to go
Yeah.
back and read every single word again?
Yeah, and that's kind of why, partly why I was like getting into movies because I felt like I was speed running books.
Not absorbing them at all.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I can't remember the plots of movies either.
Yeah.
Characters' names, nope.
You got to get into audiobooks, I think.
Audiobooks are great because I feel like I owe this person. Someone's taking the time to speak to me.
Yeah.
I owe him my full attention.
Yeah.
Especially if they sound cool.
So yeah, because if they have a different voice for every character and everything like that, that's fun.
Yeah. Cool.
Because then you're painting the picture with the help of them.
It's a team effort. But then, God forbid, a cool narrator with a cool character in the story. Then you start to wonder about like you know, this guy would think I'm cool, right? You know, like
Yeah.
you start projecting your insecurities,
Oh yeah.
and you want their approval.
Oh yeah.
You want the narrator's approval if
You
he's
want the
too
narrator's
cool.
approver, you get prover.
Or
You want his
prover.
approval.
Watch it.
I struggle deeply with someone I'm a fan of being normal around them.
Ooh, you get starstruck?
Oh yeah. Or yeah, if I just like admire anyone, I just want them to think I'm cool, dude.
For
And
sure.
I'm not being myself. I'm trying too hard. I'm like going for the joke.
What was the worst one?
I'm trying to think.
I just think
It
you're a
happens,
genius, man, you know?
Yeah. Oh.
Like, I really get
I
what you're
actually-
doing.
So I was like pretty new in the comedy, and I did a show with Mark Norman, and I drove him to and from New York. It was just me and him in the car for like an hour. Or actually, with traffic, it was like 3 hours to get to the show, and then like an hour, or 2 hours going back. And we were having great conversation. He actually took something I said and said it on Legion of Skanks once.
Wow.
Pretty tight.
I was dropping some gems, and then I crumbled at the end when I dropped him off at his house. I was like, hey, man, I just want you to know, like, you're, like, absolutely, like, my #1 favorite comic. Like, I learned comedy from watching you, and, like, all this
Yeah.
stuff. And he was like, ah, and just ran out of the car.
Oh,
Yeah, that was bad.
yay.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I was just like, you've inspired me so much, and it's just like, it was so cool to just spend some time, like, just, you know, seeing how, like, your brain works, and like, you have no idea what this did for me, man. It's my pleasure. No, I don't even need gas money.
I will say, what was cool about him is he's exactly what he puts on.
For sure, yeah.
That he's not doing an actor. That he was already like doing pretty well at that point, and we stopped at a Wawa, and he paid for a sandwich but stole a banana.
He's famous for shoplifting.
Yeah,
He loves stealing.
he's like, I have a problem.
Which I
I
think
was
is
like,
disgusting, dude.
yeah. I can wrap my head around when someone says like, it's alright to do it from corporations. I think do it from corporations if you're trying to save your family.
Yeah.
Is that a good line in the saying?
From corporations if you're trying to, like, feed your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You get comfortable stealing bread from Target, and then eventually it's like you got a shopping cart with, like, a kid's bike and a big TV, and now you're fighting 3 fat guys that work there.
Yeah, you're
And you're
like
in a
bear
viral
spraying
video.
like a fat lady who's trying to record you because she works there.
Right.
Yeah, both of your flip-flops came off. Your child is screaming and hitting people.
Yeah.
But it has been nice living at the parents. I've been feeling that pressure less.
Which pressure?
Just to do bad things.
Ooh.
Good,
Well, because you have the watchful eye of your parents, you're gonna get grounded if
Yeah,
you do
that's
anything
so
naughty.
true. I don't want to get grounded,
Well,
even
they're
though I
gonna lock
love
you
the
in the
basement.
They're
It's
gonna
my
lock you down
sanctuary.
there.
But
And they take your Xbox
but
controller.
there was a few times where I saw like $20 left on in the bank account, and I saw a little Twix bar. I was like, who's it hurting? I didn't do it, but I
Better
thought
not tell
about
me
it.
about that shit. I'll turn you in. I'll take
Yeah.
you to the police station myself.
Oh no, that's between
Well,
me
first
and
We're
Twix.
gonna
First-
drive Rob by and go, you want to go in there? I can drop you off.
We go back to Walgreens first, and we pay for it.
Yeah.
Then we stop at the police station for a serious conversation, and I might even call a friend that works there and have him come out and like tap on the glass with a flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually,
Put you in the cell
the
phone.
first
You think
time
it's
I-
cool
Second.
stealing, Rob? That's crazy.
The first time I ever stole, I was like really young, like maybe like 7, and I stole from a movie store. Showed my dad I stole a candy bar. I was like, "Isn't that sick?" And he dragged me back in there, and I had to like tell them what I did and apologize. Glad he did that.
Yeah.
I wonder if how
I
often,
probably would have been a piece of shit if he was like, "Hell yeah."
yeah. How often are convenience store guys dealing with parents that brought their children back for stealing?
Probably,
And are you cool every time? Do you go, well, I hope this is a lesson for you. Thanks for paying me the $265.
I don't think
Yeah.
that happens a lot.
Or do you sometimes hit like the button under the counter and lock the door?
You have to. I think you have to scare them sometimes.
Yeah.
If it's like the 4th one that day, you're just like, all right,
That's enough of that.
that's enough. And then you take a picture of a crying like 6-year-old and you put him up on the do not enter.
Yeah, and then you're also one of those convenience store guys that makes like TikTok videos, so he's going viral for stealing.
Yeah. And goes, what are you doing? What did you just do? Hey.
And you go, no, that kid didn't learn his lesson. I had to really get in there and teach him.
Yeah, then you make him like take his shirt off and do a dance in front of the in front of the.
You
You're
start
behind
humiliating
bulletproof
him like a-
glass and you're just like, take off your shirt, do a dance,
You're the
hit the quan.
pedophile poacher of shoplifting. You're beating the fuck out of 6-year-olds stealing candy.
did you ever see that one dude who caught the pedophile
Get in
and
the
they
trash
shaved his
can.
head and made him do the 1 chip challenge?
I mean, these guys really are the funniest. I think they're coming up with the best pranks.
The new best one just dropped. That Alex Rosen guy caught a dude who wore a diaper to meet a what he thought the bait was a mother and daughter, and he wore a diaper and he pissed and shit himself.
Whoa.
In their living room on video.
That's insane.
And it probably ups the charge if you bring a gun to that kind of meeting, but you have to so you can blow your brains out before you have to deal with anyone finding out about
For
that.
sure.
Yeah, you got to hit the eject.
Whoa. Check that out.
If you pissed and shit a diaper and then shot yourself, it would be the best video ever made.
Yeah.
The 1 bullet challenge.
It would define a generation of men.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, people would like
That's
black
new-
and white
that's-
that and then put it on hoodies.
That's new Bud Dwyer.
Yeah.
That takes Bud Dwyer's spot.
Yeah.
You would be in textbooks.
Yeah.
It's from butt wire.
And we got the Rob Cruz case. You're going to be in law classes.
Oh my god.
But yeah, dude, the content is interesting. I feel like, they are doing a service, but would I take my career there? No. I feel like that's like the last straw. Like if everything isn't working, you're like, I tried mukbangs. People don't like that.
I got beat up doing man on the street.
Yeah.
I was arrested by the Korean army.
I tried asking pedophiles what their body count was. People didn't like that.
They kept
Now I
giving me
gotta
half
hunt them.
answers.
Drunk pedophile on the street interview.
Hey, my man,
do
where you
kids have to
coming
make
from?
as much as you? Who's the breadwinner?
You got games on your phone? Well, then show them. Why won't you show them the games on your phone then?
I just got the whole game.
The whole game.
Yeah, where like
What?
you start as a small hole and you start getting small stuff and the hole keeps getting bigger and then
okay.
like you
Yeah.
get buildings
Wow, so
and stuff.
they've reduced that concept to the absolute essential.
Yeah.
It used to be what?
Snakes.
Snake IO.
Slither.
Yeah, now it's just whole IO.
Now it's just a hole in your screen and you move it around other sized holes.
Smaller holes, and you absorb the smaller
and then
holes
your
and
They're
make
just,
bigger.
they're like, we realized that the snake was actually a distraction to the dopamine receptors of children.
For sure.
So we've changed
It's just
it to
hole
just
now.
a circle.
Little do they know that's exactly what Bobby wants.
It does the trick though.
Bobby
I
loves
play
big
that
hole.
while I watch Friends.
Yeah.
And that's what my life is.
That's crazy.
You zone out?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love zoning out.
Nah, I don't think it's good for me, honestly.
It's probably something that you need to
a
really
rabbit's
practice
just running.
moderation.
Yeah.
But zoning
I'm
out.
big on having a show going on in my life at all times.
Yeah.
That just to have, like, while I'm doing stuff, it makes life a little more palatable. But I don't know if that's good for my brain, because should my brain be a little miserable sometimes, a little bored?
Yeah,
I
I,
don't
I
know.
think you got to go into the cave every once in a while. And
I
turn the
hate
lights
being
off.
bored. Being bored is the worst.
Yeah. The only time, like, I'm really just thinking is the shower.
Sure.
Not even sleeping. I have a podcast going when I'm sleeping.
Well, there's always walks. Walks is the cure for that. But I'm
Yeah.
with Noah, dude. Being bored stinks when you have the
Being
option
bored's
to
the
not.
worst. Yeah, no, I'm always listening to something or reading something. I like doing stuff. Why not do something when you can?
Yeah. I mean, I feel present doing this.
Yeah.
I could seriously sit here for days.
This is the most chill I've felt podcasting in a long time.
I think that's the vibe I'm trying to capture. I hope it's not so laid back. I hope it's not so laid back as to become unappealing, but
Yeah.
I think
good.
I think it's going to translate well.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
used to the studio with the big lights and
I mean,
It's a-
you
it's a
got
whole
a better
production.
light than this?
yeah.
You ever heard of the sun?
light. Wow, dude.
Well, Dylan's giving us the high sign. We have more things to work on. So we're gonna change locations now.
Oh, wow, what an honor to be in the last one in Philly, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, I've seen the inception. I see where it's going, and it's just what an honor to be a chapter in the ride.
A huge chapter. I mean, early in the book.
Yeah,
you were
dude.
there in chapter 1.
Yes, dude.
Well, thank you so much for.
This is the Last Supper.
Thank you for doing it. Obviously, check out Durag and the Deer Tag.
Yes, please.
Come see Rob do stand up. Well,
Yeah.
this is gonna be after your big Austin show, but Pittsburgh's coming up right around the corner.
Yeah, when does this drop?
Saturday.
Yeah, probably sounds
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing a show at the Pittsburgh Funny Bone Sunday. and it's at 1 p.m. a little matinee.
Whoa.
And then we're going to
1
a
p.m.
sandwich shop
Pittsburgh.
afterwards to hang with
Permanente
everybody. So
Bros?
come through.
Are you Permanente Broing?
I think so.
That place rules.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I heard good things.
It's really good.
So come through to that, dude.
Noah.
We got two-headed dog. That's me and Dylan Smith. He's over there. He's sitting on the ground, but we're thriving. We're trying to get to 100 paid patrons on our Patreon, and we're doing a Harry Potter live stream where we spend 20 hours watching all the Harry Potter movies. Bobby said he's going to be there for the whole time. If you go on there right now, it says there's like 150 patrons. Not all of those people are paid, so please keep subscribing. It's just $3. We have a lot of fun. Two-headed dog on Twitter. We're so close to 300 followers on the Twitter. We're blowing the hell up. Nose Paint on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers now. I just hit 3.
It's gonna happen like this. Watch.
Let's hope. Yeah. I guess that's it. Is that all the plugs?
Dylan Smith Comedy on Instagram will be
Dylan
cool
Smith
too.
Comedy. We're getting Dylan to 1,000.
That would be nice.
We want to get Dylan to 1,000. I guess that's it.
Guys, you can continue hanging out with us over at patreon.com/TimButterly, where you get double the content every single week. Also, I have some stuff that's not going to be ready for the public for a while. Then we can start posting early stuff. I don't want to say much more than that. I don't want to shape your expectations while I'm still figuring it out, but we have stuff coming, and I want to share a little bit of it on Patreon first. As I stated earlier, the move is going swimmingly. I just have a couple of days of intense work left, and then guess what? I'll be set up. I'll have internet service. I'll have a PlayStation 2, and I'll have Metal Gear Solid 2, and I'll have MJ, and I have everything I need in place to get back to Metal Girl Solid. You know, there's another Metal Girl Solid.
Yeah, you were
It's a
telling
lady
me
doing a
about
podcast.
that. And you were doing it first.
And she left kind of a, I'm hoping it was a playful comment on a video saying, "This is an imposter. You're not Metal Girl Solid."
Yeah.
That sounds playful.
It's not a word, not a road I think she wants to go down, but
You should dox her.
I'm taking it as playful. And then come see me in Dead Crow Comedy, Wilmington, North Carolina, June 27th and 28th. TimButterly.com for tickets.
I heard the big guy's coming.
I'm trying to drag Dylan's ass down there. I need someone to hang with. But yeah, I'd love to see you there. And in the meantime, let me know if you need anything, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Bye. Smell you later, jerks. Sayonara.